just like, are you a fan of JF? Do you like JF?
Oh, oh yeah, that's great. He's really good. It's best, you know, I would say the right commentators.
He's a what? Oh boy, it's getting filled up here now. Well, now that we have a good amount of people, I just wanted to let you know that I think JF is a fucking moron.
Oh, you don't like him, huh?
No, I mean, I
I
mean,
Not
agree.
everybody.
I mean, mainly because he tried to have like a mentally disabled girl like shipped up to Canada to like marry her against her will or some shit. Am I remembering that correctly? Did that happen?
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's pretty much it.
come
Pretty accurate.
on, no, come on. Those are not the details.
Yeah,
I'm,
What are
he
you
wanted to
listening to?
find like some kid who
That's
fucking
not what
could
happened.
well,
have the
no, no,
mind
no,
of
no.
a
Well, no, she wasn't a
14-year-old.
kid physically, but I think
I know
mentally
a
she
kid,
was.
the mind
She
of a
was
Yeah,
14-year-old.
exactly,
19. She's
right.
If
autistic.
she was 19, then why does it
You,
matter?
you don't think autistic people can't fall in love? You should see what goes
Yeah, but if
on
they have the developmental
with
age of a
Yeah,
some of these
14-year-old, you
so
people.
should
I
steer
tell you.
clear.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the well,
I'm not kidding you. These people are pretty frisky. You know,
She
they
was
have
clinically
emotions and
diagnosed as
feelings.
having
yeah,
Tourette.
like I'm pretty
You
sure
know.
the court. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the court said that like would disagree with you, but okay, we can do all these
No,
memes.
no, no way.
Sorry, my internet is poo poo. So as we were talking about, it was a white separatist. So,
We
did
sort of moved on a
oh
little
well,
bit. We
I
were
mean,
talking about
We can
Soros.
talk about white separatism.
all right, cool. So I have some questions for you. First of all, do you consider Italians white? Also, do you consider Greek Spaniards white? Like where do you draw the line of like what white is? What are your people?
I'm a wasp, so I'm
I'm not.
mostly of English descent, but I would consider Italians white for the most part. Yeah, but even then, I'm okay with even more separate divisions within this ethno state.
So what would you define as your people?
Okay, WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, or just Western Europeans.
Okay, so like Irish? Would Irish be your people
Yeah,
too?
Irish, English,
Well, we go all the way
German,
down
French.
to the Mediterranean simply
Well, yeah,
because.
I have to ask this because every single person, has a different explanation for like what white people are. Like some people would say like, nah, fuck the Spanish. They're dirty Spaniards or dirty Italians. Like Hitler
Yeah,
fucking hated the Italians. Thought they were
well,
dirty and
but
lazy.
he liked Juan Carlos.
You like,
But then Mussolini hated Hitler in the beginning
yeah, they
too.
all hated.
Hitler
Well,
was
not
like
in the
a
beginning.
fanboy.
They all hated each other. Like Hitler.
Yeah,
Like if Hitler won, Italy was next on the list after after Russia and England. Yeah,
how
Italy
can you
was
even
next.
say that? How can
Uh,
you say that? Because Mussolini was his mentor. He loved Mussolini
No,
more
it's
than
not true. He fucking
it
hated
is true.
he hated the
It is
Italian people.
absolutely true. There's letters and everything. He
He might have
loved
loved
Italy.
Mussolini, but no, he didn't love Italy. He hated the Italian people. He thought the people in the Mediterranean were lazy.
Well,
He thought they were like the worst of the like quote unquote white people, or like the worst of the Europeans. I think maybe besides the Poles, he might have hated the Poles more. I don't remember.
there's always been these sort of ethnic cultural differences within the different tribes of Europeans. So what?
These
You
are minor compared
you
to our
can yeah,
differences.
really seriously when over time. Plus the Italians, they hate everybody.
Oh,
They
okay,
hate
so
the Albanians,
yeah, sure.
the
So
Germans.
sure, yeah.
Everybody
There's
hates
also, I
everybody
mean, there's the
because
Spaniards
because
too. There's the Polish. There's the
Italians
uh,
Italians are
Ethiopians.
very very family orientated, whereas
Sure,
Northern Europeans are more what would you say national orientated, so that they care for everyone.
sure,
Everyone's part of their family in the north. In Italy,
sure,
and most of the romantic cultures, it wanes in France. It,
sure.
they're more immediate family
Exactly. And
oriented.
you can even see like there's a lot more problems with nepotism in the governments along the Mediterranean too. And I think a good example, like a good quote, is from the movie The Godfather when they're talking about the government and like, why would I trust a bunch like a somebody like a politician just because he conned enough people into voting for him?
Yeah, family, yeah.
Right.
So it's cultural differences, not a big deal. But I
Wait,
would say that if
so wait,
you
hold
are
on.
Greek, wait,
Yeah, hold on,
let
hold
me
on.
let me
Okay,
clear
sure,
for
sure,
you.
sure.
If I say you're Greek or you're Italian or Spanish, and your leanings are towards European culture, then if your leanings are towards a Mediterranean Muslim culture, then that belongs to you. So culture is the dividing line.
Do you think?
If you
All right,
relate
cool.
to European culture,
Can I talk, or are you just gonna keep like saying things? Huh? Yeah.
well, I'm trying to make it clear to you. You
I
asked what our
I'm not a
definitions were.
4-year-old. Yeah, no, I think I got it, right? Like you don't need to go on for like
No, let
5 minutes. Right, cool. Cool. Oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. All right, so do you here's another question. So do you think like the cultural aspects, those are those like based on region, or are those based on upbringing? Are those based on like, historical upbringings throughout like, long
it's
periods of
true.
time? Do you think that that's something that's genetic or like hereditary? Like what do you think culture is to you guys?
I think it's all of that, dude, and religion.
All
Cultural is
right.
downstream from race.
Also, do you think that there's such thing as white culture? And if so, then what is white
Yeah.
culture? Okay, so what is white culture?
I have a video if you
No,
want to see.
no, I don't want to see a fucking video. I want y'all to define what white culture means to y'all.
Well, you can
White
look at
culture is
classical
Christianity. It's the
music,
Enlightenment.
ballet,
It's
philosophy.
White culture is Christianity? Really? Where did
I did.
Christianity? Wait, where did Christianity
I,
originate? I thought it originated
I know where it
somewhere.
originated, dude.
Oh,
I
okay.
know where it originated. I'm saying it is part of European culture, though.
So it's part of
no,
European culture, but not white culture,
no,
right?
Okay, yeah.
I
Well,
think
what do you think white people came?
no. Well,
The
we would say
like
it
where
was
everyone
the
else came from?
combination of paganism and Christianity, or we
Yeah,
could
it's a
say
combination of
Roman.
paganism.
I mean,
Okay, so
when
that's actually a
when
better
the
answer, but that's still European culture, not white culture, right? Because European culture, like for
It's
instance,
white culture
well,
too. It's white.
white
stop. Because Russians, for instance, I mean,
no,
I think we could consider Russians white, right? I think that'd be a fair statement. But Russians aren't the
they're
same
Slavic
Christian. So are we saying the Slavs
and
aren't
they're
white?
They're Byzantine. So you have a split within the church.
Nope. Well, yeah, they're Eastern Orthodox. They're
Right.
not Byzantine. Byzantine
The
was an
Byzant
Yeah, that's not a religion, that's
they're
an
part of the
empire.
Byzantium. Oh, sure they are. They separated from the church. That's why they're pre-Camarian
Right.
Catholic.
Well, yeah, they're Eastern Orthodox. Not
Exactly. So
right.
their calendar's different and everything. Even though they still honor Jesus Christ, or that they don't recognize the Pope, the
Wait.
Catholic divine
Okay,
Pope.
so y'all are Catholics, right?
No, I'm pro.
I'm pagan.
You're a pagan. Cool. Okay, so still, I don't think I got really a good answer of like what white culture is, so I still want an answer on that.
Well,
I
these you can
told
ask
you
these
it's
of all
all
kinds of cultures. I mean, what kind of definition are you looking for? You ask an Asian what
white,
Asian culture is, and you could nitpick and
black.
fucking split hair.
I don't think there necessarily is Asian culture. I think there's a Japanese culture. I think there's Chinese culture, and even
Those
you
are
can.
ethnic culture.
Right.
So we have the same thing. We have all of Asians as a race,
But yeah, I
and
wouldn't
they
say that.
break up
Well, yeah, but I
into
wouldn't
different
say that.
ethnicities.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that all of
Into
Asians have a
different.
culture. I think that'd kind of be a dumb and very simplistic thing to
Well, I
say.
don't think. Well, you can't. Then we can divide up the European
Right.
culture. We
Yeah.
can
So
say
there's not white
Europeans are
culture.
white, and then there's the Scandinavians, there's the Germanic, there's the Slavs, there's the
Sure. So there's
Iranian.
Slavic
So
culture.
it's the
There's
same
And we're all connected too through DNA. Like if you look at it, we're all descendants of Indo-Europeans.
culture streams.
I mean, aren't
Culture
we all
from race.
descendants of like the same people anyway, right? Like whether you're
There's no proof.
Well, if you go back far enough.
I mean,
yeah,
there's other theories out there now. So
like what? I haven't heard these other theories.
well, I guess there's one that's a simultaneous bacteria, which is basically the Earth is cooling and doing what it does, and it's constantly bombarded by meteors, and on these meteors, from who knows where, are all different kinds of bacteria, but very
Fuck are you talking about?
and well, it's just another origin.
Okay.
Like there's the Big Bang, and there's
Oh,
out of Africa and all that.
sure.
There's other ideas.
Well, I'm
And I
I'm
kind
not
of
talking
I'm
about how.
investigating that. I don't have proof
Yeah,
that
I'm
everybody's
not
out of.
talking about how like life started. I'm talking about like how humans started. Oh boy, there's another one. Awesome. Um, yeah, right. I'm talking about like where like people originated from. Like people originated from like a single area, right? The Caucasus, Middle Eastern area, around there, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can prove that. Please put the documents in the.
I've seen is what I know is where like the Indo-Europeans come from. They used to be called the Aryans. They originated on
That's
the
out of
Pontic
India.
steppe, like around Ukraine.
Yeah, well,
These were
my understanding
these
was
were like
that comes
Scythian
out of
type
India.
tribes.
The original Aryans are India. The
That
Indians
some
are
say
taken.
that, but I think that they came from Ukraine. All this stuff is all like speculative,
Yeah,
really.
it really is.
Sure, and it doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
we don't. You know, it's a nice topic. There's wonderful
Right.
fantasies and myths and everything.
So
You
Weaver.
can
So Weaver, would it be fair to say that you believe in an ethnostate? Yeah.
I want that to happen.
Okay. Right. So yeah, that's what I mean. So how would you go about an ethnostate? Would you remove all of the brown people, or would you leave with all your white people?
Right now, it's too soon to tell. Like I'm really up for whatever option is.
Wait, so you'd be up for a genocide? That's nice to know.
Well, if my people are at risk, I put uh, any anything
nobody
goes.
wants
If
to
my
go. Everybody wants a peaceful revolution.
yes,
I don't.
first of all,
What?
Well,
Wait. So if you
you
were to
don't-
no, hold on. If you were
want
to
to force
remove,
people
sure.
to live next to you. You want us to force people to live next to you? Really?
Sure, I don't care. I don't know what that means, but sure. Look, if you were to if you were to remove
We're
everyone
gonna
from this
force
country,
pedophiles to live next to you. How's that?
I don't care who lives next to me.
Trannies.
Just I don't care.
You don't?
No,
You
not
don't, you
really.
don't care. Yeah, I don't believe that. I bet you live in a nice little suburb there, and you're a little privileged little
Wow,
girl.
I mean assumptions make an ass of you, don't they?
Well, you've certainly been doing it, so I just thought I'd
Have
throw
I?
some.
Wait,
back
wait,
at
hold
ya.
on. Can you tell me something that I've assumed?
Well, you're
Ha ha!
coming in here. I don't know. I feel like you're not a reasonable person.
I'm
You're
not.
not here to have a
Why? Why would you say
conversation.
that? No, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to have an argument. I'm trying to
No,
debate. I'm
you
trying to
already came
engage in
in
the
with a
marketplace of ideas.
You came in with a bias.
I came in with a
You're
bias? Well, no,
talking.
I came in with opinions. Are opinions the bias? I mean, you guys have a bias
Yeah,
then too.
yours is biased. Sure,
Well,
you're capitalist.
don't you guys have a bias too
Anything.
then?
I don't even know if you're liberal or if you're Republican or Democrat.
No,
You're nothing. You're
I'm
as far
nothing.
as
I'm nothing. You're right.
you're
Maybe I'm just
NPC.
I'm a dumb piece of shit. Really? Why? Why would you say that?
No, no, I said NPC.
Oh, I'm an NPC. What makes you think that? Because you haven't asked me a single thing. It seems like you're just like you haven't actually asked any
I can
questions, so you don't know what I
tell.
believe. For all you know, I could be a
You're-
Nazbold. You don't know what I believe because you haven't asked any questions.
Yeah.
But that's y'all's fault. But no. So I want you to back up the claim.
Well, you
Why?
said-
No, hold on. Why am I an
You-
NPC? Can you tell me why I'm an NPC?
I'm gonna send you.
No, I know what an I know.
do
I know,
you
I know what an NPC is. I know what like
do
that.
you believe
that
Good.
meme. Do I believe in what? Go for it, Doug.
are you against a white eth?
I mean, yeah, I think that would be real fucking dumb. Like, no, okay, let me clarify. If you want to take all your people and move to some other place, good, go for it. Actually, I would
That's
fucking
plan
encourage
A.
that.
That's plan A,
All right,
dude.
Go.
That's definitely what I want.
You can go to like the wilderness in Canada or something, or you just move to Canada, or like I don't know.
That would be dumb. Greenland.
Yeah, great. Perfect. Yeah, then I don't have to deal with like
I'm
dumb ethnostaters anymore, and you can have your weird little.
Come on,
ethnostate.
don't call me dumb.
Dumb
That's
ethnostaters. Oh, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm an
Why
edgy
you gotta
little.
say what?
I'm an edgy little
It's
meme
just
lord.
like
Okay, I'm
that.
sorry.
You don't sound edgy. You sound more like yes.
Yeah, same thing. Edgy asshole. Same thing. But yeah, no, I mean, but the idea of people like Nick Fuentes who just want to like kick everyone out of our country that is brown, that's real dumb and real terrifying to me.
Have you ever said?
Yes,
never
he said that.
He's
Nick-
he's Mexican, and
Nick-
he's
No, Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of black.
Black. He's
I don't-
African American.
I don't know if he's
Italian.
I don't know if he's African American, but I know he's definitely like Spaniard, or he's like Mexican. But he was part of like the Mexican, the Spanish that moved over to Mexico,
Oh,
so he's
come
okay.
on,
That's how he
he's not even-
justifies it. No. I actually watched Nick Fuentes because that man is a fucking hoot
You
to
didn't.
watch. Oh, I
If
love
you
to watch
did,
Nick.
you would know that he has black in him.
You gotta admit, he's pretty
And
funny.
he's edgy because that's how he gets all his money. To be on the like that.
I mean,
He's
sure.
just funny. You know,
I-
but he's right
I mean,
about a
I
lot.
think he's. Wait, what is he right about? Because I don't think he's right about anything. I like to laugh at him. That's why I think he's funny.
Okay, enjoy.
He's right about immigration.
Like about.
You know,
Wait, what about
yeah,
immigration?
the replacement and also
Oh,
the
you guys-
And whites are becoming a
and the
minority.
globalists.
Wait,
Hold on. The globalists, all of that stuff.
Wait,
he's
so
right.
by globalist, do you mean like just people who want a global economy, or do you mean like, triple parentheses, meme words like that?
Well, I don't see any reason if you're going to bomb a country like Iraq or any place,
Iraq,
and then
Afghanistan,
you're going to
Yemen,
accept
sure.
all those people into your country who are very angry after you've destroyed their homes.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't destroy their home. That would be my solution.
Well, I'm all for that. I want to see George Bush and Rumsfeld and Cheney all arrested and taken to the Hague and charged with. I'd love to see that.
Dick Cheney,
Let's
yes.
throw Bill Clinton in there too.
Fuck yeah, let's
for,
do it. Hillary
almost
Clinton,
10
Bill Clinton, Donald Trump. Yeah, let's throw them all in there. Yeah, fuck yeah, dog. I'm about it.
Yeah. She actually, slavery's back in Libya because of Honduras is a mess, and all these immigrants are coming up here now because of her actions in Honduras.
Sure, I'm
I'm
not going to defend Hillary Clinton. I don't
the
like
only
Hillary
thing
Clinton.
that there is left to do is to secede,
To secede? What?
So who's
and
your
that's going
favorite
to come out of that.
candidate running
It's
for
gonna
president?
be the ethnos.
What? Oh, I like Bernie Sanders, and I will be voting for Bernie Sanders in the primary. But I expect Elizabeth Warren to actually win the election.
I don't think so because they're exposing her for being pretty much a Republican. She used to be a Republican, you know.
Did she? I actually didn't know that. I'm gonna look that up right now.
She is. Yeah.
Did
She was a Republican. She switched over. She's said a lot. She used the excuse of being Native American in order to get her law degree and get.
That's
That's wrong. That's immoral.
yeah. I just think it's ironic
And
because
she,
her party
she
is always
really
talking
is
about
just another bank shill. She's pro-Israel when it comes to giving a shit about the Palestinians. She doesn't give a shit about them. Oh, the Palestinians
she
are
used to be.
attacking the Israelis. She's a lion. She's no different than Hillary in so many ways.
I
So,
mean, except for policy, but I know you guys don't care about policy. You just care about
No,
like
we
corruption.
do care
and
about policy. She's
evil
never going to do it.
Democrats.
She will never do it.
What do you guys
And
think about?
neither will Biden. And Bernie Sanders
I
is
don't-
going to face, no
don't-
matter what he wants,
I don't
health
fucking-
care or
yeah,
whatever,
I don't
free
fucking like
everything.
Biden. I'm not
He
gonna
will
defend Biden.
never, ever get anywhere. They will never let him. No matter how socialistic he talks. And I do appreciate Bernie Sanders in a lot of ways, but there wasn't a military funding bill he didn't sign on to. He voted against the war, but
Yeah.
he signed on to every funding bill. Fuck
What?
him.
Wait, what? To like increase the military? Actually, I'm pretty sure you're.
No. When it came to the war, okay, what controls the war is the purse, right? And Congress holds the purse.
Sure.
And so there was always an excuse for him to vote for the funding for these.
Yeah, we
because-
were already at war with them.
Yeah,
right?
well,
It's
he
also
could have
Congress-
stood apart from that.
Wait,
said no.
but I have a question. You just
He
so,
voted
so,
for
wait,
every
you
bill
just said
to fund
Congress has
Israel.
the power
Fuck him.
because they hold the purse, but they also hold the power to declare war on people, right?
Right. And so he said no war, but he funded the war. So you don't get a war without money. Should have stood on principle
Sure.
and not voted for any of the bills that funded the war.
Maybe.
So that's how Bernie lost me. And trust me, I was a Nader supporter. I
So
worked for
wait,
Ralph Nader.
so do you guys like Trump or no?
No,
no.
he's
okay.
just another
So what
puppet,
politician
like
do you like? Who would you vote for?
none.
No.
I'm
They
not even going to vote. I'm not even going to give into this
So
rotten
you
system.
guys are
anymore.
just- I'm
I'm
gonna
getting off
ride
the
it.
grid.
You guys are just gonna like you
I'm
guys are
getting
just
off the
screaming
grid.
into the void. You guys don't like So what do you guys like see for the
No,
future?
you're
Like,
stuck. See,
what's
you
your
don't, you
plan
can't.
for the next 10 to 15 years? Yeah, no, I know we're stuck, but like, what's your plan for the next 10 to
Well,
15 years?
we're moving into these areas that are being developed.
What areas?
3 areas in the United States that are being for our.
Oh, to like all the white ethno state people? Cool. You guys
We're
have fun with
moving
that.
in slowly. Yeah, it's nice. It's very wonderful.
Hopefully the
Yeah.
ATF or the fucking FBI don't kick down our
No,
doors
it's
and
not
set
going
us
to
off.
do that because everything's done. Everything's done. We've got plenty of. We've even got some politicians who understand,
Like who?
what
Who?
we're trying to do.
Steve King? Oh, Steve King.
Well, Steve King's a little bit of a cuck. I don't know. He's going to retire, so he's
He's
going
a
to
big
stop.
old fascie too. Oh, I'm not a big
He's
fan of the
not.
fascists. Yeah, a little bit.
not-
Little
I
bit.
don't think so. No, I think he's,
I think you're a little naive then.
different.
He's the old guy that doesn't understand. Like, you can't talk about white people in a positive light.
Yeah, he knows that. And then every once in a while, he sticks his foot in his mouth.
Wait. What do you mean you can't talk about white people in a positive light? Yeah, you can.
He said something like white
I don't think he
nationalism. He's like, when did these words become so bad? It's like,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
no, white nationalism is.
wait. And anyways, all
bad.
these politicians are
No.
fucking hanging
Wait,
out
hold on,
with,
hold on, Weaver,
hanging out with these black
Weaver,
You'll
Weaver,
probably
Weaver,
end
Weaver.
up with the Bolsheviks anyway. So,
Beaver.
Good luck.
Weaver. Weaver. So I have a question for you. Do you think that white people are superior, have superior intellect than black people or other races, other than like Asians?
I mean, the IQ statistics
Well,
show that.
wait. Let's get the definition
But I'm
of
not saying you're
superior.
superior.
Let's
in,
get a
like,
definition of what
Oh,
you
I
mean
said
by
intellectually.
superior to any other
Intellectually.
race.
I did say
Intellectually,
intellectually.
what does that mean? Intellectually superior.
As
Are
in
you?
They
they're-
can
I would
do-
say if you're
Are
saying
you
IQ,
saying Jews are
yeah.
intellectually superior?
I'm not.
They
You said
rate
higher
up
IQ.
there. They're more Jews with Nobel Peace Prizes. Are you saying that they're intellectually superior? Are you
I'm
saying
not.
Asians are intellectually superior? Your
not.
IQ is 110.
I'm not saying that. No, and also I don't think. Okay, so do you think IQ is a accurate way of measuring intelligence?
Well,
I think it's the best one
not,
we have.
No, I would disagree. I think that's one part of intelligence. You can. I know people who are Mensa are horrible with finance. They can't manage a checkbook. Honest to God. And I met Mensa members who can't even do.
What's your IQ?
Who,
Intellect.
me? I don't know. I don't care.
IQ is just one portion.
I don't
The
know.
IQ.
What's your IQ?
Who, me?
Mine?
Oh, hers.
I had mine tested. It's actually 164.
Jesus.
I know. It's probably
Damn.
not that anymore. It goes down over time. That's how I got into Mensa. That's why I know so many men.
I
They're
took one. I got one.
They're all fucked up. And when you pay for Mensa, it's like somebody's getting rich off of it. So a lot of people who I knew who were Mensas no longer Mensa. They think it's
wait,
What's the
wait,
lowest
hold on.
score?
Hold on. So back to because I'm gonna go in a minute, but I just want to finish this up. So yeah, like statistically speaking, yeah, white people do have higher IQs than black people. But how would you guys explain that? Like, why do you think that
I
is?
think it's,
Genetics,
you can
environmental.
explain it a lot of different ways.
Wait, do you think
know,
it's
and-
like genetics due to race? Like, do you think that black people are just genetically
Well,
like
first
have
of
lower
all, I
IQs?
think it's partially. I would say it's racial. But the thing is,
Why?
then you're going to have to talk about survival skill too.
What? No, we're not. We
different
don't,
survival
we don't have to.
because that's-
no, that
Because
isn't
then you
real.
have to go to Erickson's. You have to go to Erickson's IQ, and Erickson says differently. He talks about an emotional IQ, and then you have what is also. See, you don't know all the IQs.
No,
You
I
just want
don't.
to go with the bell curve. That's all you care about.
No.
That's your problem. You want to make everybody white. That's what you want to do.
What?
Yeah, I mean, if you want people to succeed in this particular society, in this kind of social structure, it's been set up by white people, financially mostly another group of people, but nonetheless,
No,
and you
no,
want
no,
everybody
no.
to
Just say it. Just
succeed,
say it. Just say
right?
it. Just say it. Oh, wait, just say it. Come on, just say it. Just say it.
you want everybody to succeed in a certain way to get money, to get material things. Well, that's not how it works for everybody.
No, I just want
There are
people to
things
feel.
that are
No,
more
no, no, no,
important.
no.
Tribal
I have a question.
cultures,
I have a
family,
question. I have a
individual
question.
children.
Why are you telling me what I want? this is what I want. I want everyone to be able to have enough resources, however, whatever that is, whether it's money, food,
Then leave them
whatever.
alone.
Right, exactly.
Leave them alone.
Wait, what? Leave them alone?
Just
Wait,
leave them
what?
alone.
What? Like
Yeah.
we've done with like
Instead of going into Africa, for example, which is probably one
what?
of the
I'm not
most
talking about
rich
Africa. I'm
countries-
talking about
what rich
America.
coun-
Wow, whoa. Where did
Let's go
Africa come
back.
from? Whoa.
I'll try and explain it if you stop interrupting. These are tribal cultures. What we've done is we've divvied up Africa into what we say is a group of resources. And instead of sharing that with the population and moving in that direction, what we've done is we've just robbed them through capitalism, through these corporations, these globalists. Look who owns the most important land in Africa and all the continent. And you're going to see these last names look very familiar. And a lot of them are in,
Goldberg,
we'll
Weinstein.
say
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
European upper.
I know what you're
They're the
saying.
European upper
Oh, I
crust.
talked
Go
with a
look.
bunch of you.
Look at the diamond mine. Look at the diamond mines, the gold mines. Look at all the.
Dog, I know. Trust me, I know. But it's all just a big meme. Trust me. I've looked into this 30 fucking times.
Yeah.
It's all
All
just a
right,
big
give
meme.
me the documentation that shows me the.
Give you
Show me the black names of the people who own all this important land and resources and. Show me. I've seen people get killed for that, for trying to establish that kind of.
Who?
Gaddafi. Definitely, they killed Gaddafi because he wanted to unite all of Africa.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Everybody knew.
He wanted to make like a gold standard.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's the
the
wait. That's
golden
why.
hour.
Wait, that's why they killed Gaddafi. And who killed Gaddafi? Was it the Jew? I mean the
Hillary
globalist.
Clinton.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the
Hillary-
globalist. You're not supposed to say the other word.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, James. James,
we
don't
can certainly look
Yeah?
at what
don't
happened
make
to
it
Gaddafi
absurd.
as he
It was
said
Hillary
to,
Clinton, sure,
Obama.
or the Obama administration. Yeah, no, I mean,
No, it was
He-
Hillary Clinton.
did
He
Hillary
told
Clinton come in and like
Obama-
slit his
Jesus
throat
Christ,
herself?
You don't know how.
James, don't do that. Okay, don't
You
do.
know,
Don't
Yeah,
make
you're
don't
saying
make an
that
absurd
Hitler
ideology
gassed all
like
the
super
Jews
absurd.
personally?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you don't know the full story. We're trying to tell
And
you,
you
but
guys
you don't
do?
want to hear.
Sure. Yeah, you guys know you guys know
Yeah,
the truth.
actually,
You guys are just
I
smarter with your
documented.
163 IQ. Yeah, you guys are just smarter than me. I don't know
Okay,
anything. You're right.
James.
Well,
Yeah.
if you
Hillary
listen
Clinton.
and stop.
Sorry, Rama. Hillary Clinton said on video in an interview, "We went in there, we killed Gaddafi, and we came back." That's what she said.
Well, no, we got to go.
Yeah, we
further
came,
back,
we saw, he died.
and she left. Let's go back further. Let's go back.
Let's go
to
back.
when
Let's go
Gaddafi
all the
said
way
these
back.
things.
Let's go all the way back to when I
Let's
wasn't
go
actually in
back.
this stupid fucking channel.
Go
I'll be back
when,
some other time, guys.
Gaddafi.
Oh, I've missed doing this, guys. I've missed doing this so much. Don't. Okay. Till next time, guys. That was some fun Zoomer moments. But until next time, guys. Peace.